April marked the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 13 mission. For people who don't obsess over space, yes, that's the mission the Tom Hanks movie was based on. After an explosion on board, Apollo 13 wasn't able to land on the moon, but astronauts Fred Hayes, Jim Lovell, and John-Jack Swigert did make it home safe. My friend Jen Hernandez works in the public affairs office at the NASA Johnson Space Center and had the opportunity to help out on a podcast that featured Fred Hayes and Jim Lovell. I asked her what she learned about them and their mission.
They trained, I think not only from their background, but just how incredible the training program is at NASA. They knew this stuff left and right, and even though yes, they had a huge kind of wrench thrown at them, if you will, and that's putting it lightly. They're so stoic. I think part of that particular episode where they were recording, just how vivid those memories were really neat, and to be able to really remember how they had to act because of the gravity of the situation. I think that personally was something that it didn't escape them, the gravity, and yet they still had to be cool, calm, and collected. They almost didn't have time to flail. Training kicked in, right? Their operational backgrounds kicked in, and I think that's the neat part, which is why it ended up becoming what we now know that mission as a successful failure.
It's like a good lesson for now, too, as we're all going through this, to stay calm, keep your wits about you. Go to nasa.gov/podcasts and click on Houston We Have a Podcast to hear that Apollo 13 episode. I suggest you put that episode on, grab a chair, and do some stargazing. It's been nice recently. Here to help us out with that is my buddy, Julian Cabell. Julian, thank you so much for coming on today. And last week I was talking with you and you asked me if I was on the news. I said yes, and then jokingly I said, isn't that why you're friends with me? And you told me, no, you're friends with me because your dad likes me. That made me question our relationship just a little bit. But then you sent me this amazing card which features a lot of really cool space stuff on it, and I was so impressed that you accurately portrayed Ursa Minor with the North Star. That's legit. I can't do that. I see it all the time. So we brought you on today to answer some space questions. And you and your dad, you have this really cool way to find the North Star in the night sky. How do you do that? Use one of your hands or something. How do you do that?
Say this was the cup of the Big Dipper. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, then you found the North Star.
Honestly, I use that North Star trick every time I'm out with my telescope. Well, until next time, space fans, take it easy.